Hi my loves, hi guys, hi my loves, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's your favorite girl, Debby Udi. If this is your first time, please don't make it your last. Hit that subscribe button, guys. You need to get to 200 subscribers. Please, if you're watching and you're not yet subscribed, I'm begging you, please go subscribe. If you're an OG, you guys, you know I love you guys any day, anytime. Thank you for always stopping by. Thank you for just watching. Thank you for your comments. I love you guys so much. Guys, I know I'm smiling, I'm all energetic, but today's video is quite I won't say the sad one, but it's a vulnerable video for me. So a little backstory. A while ago, I think a month ago, I can't remember when exactly, I had gotten some topics to talk about. I would say it's the Holy Spirit, right? But I just wrote it down. But I really was like, okay, I'll talk about it, but not now, right? When I'm ready. But for some weird reason, I'm like, okay, Debbie, this is the time to talk about it. And honestly speaking, what today's video is going to be about, I don't know if I'm over it. I don't know basically, but I just have this leading in my spirit to actually like discuss or to have a conversation about it. And I wanted to be sure. I was like, okay, Holy Spirit, okay, what do? I just don't want to come here and then start blabbing, blah, blah, blah. And then I heard in my spirit vulnerability. And I was like, but that's not... But I know say you should set me up, like that's not what I'm trying to say. And then I went back to what I had written like a month ago, like I said, and I saw that one of the topic there, in fact I think most of them basically it has to do with me being vulnerable. So I was like, oh, you know what, let's just have the conversation. Because in church this last month, because this is a new month, it was about purpose, basically like doing what God wants you to do. And I'm just like, okay, I cannot be asking for direction and then I'm not disobeying what the Holy Spirit is telling me. I'm like, you know what, we're going to do this video regardless of how I feel. I feel scared, I feel like, oh mom, okay, but I'm still going to do the video. So if you're interested, guys, stick back and yeah, watch. Okay guys, I don't really know how to start or what to say, but like I said, I'm going to do it regardless. So today's video is about disappointment, feeling disappointed. Yeah, feeling disappointed. I'm sure at some point in our lives we've all felt disappointed, we've all felt okay. But I just want to share my personal story. So whatever I'm saying is based on okay, how I felt, what has happened to me, or what's even happening to me, one of them, right? So first of all, what does it mean to be disappointed? If you go online and you check meaning of disappointment, you're going to see multiple like explanations, whatever. But in summary, I would say feeling disappointed is basically when your hopes or your expectations are not being met. And this could be from a third party, it could be from yourself, it could just be from anything basically. So when your hopes or when you have a certain expectations and when it's not being met, that's you feeling disappointed, right? So I'll give a little backstory, I'll give a little story time. As you guys all know, I just completed my master's in the UK. Yeah, I'm a master's degree holder. Woo! But yeah, so when I came into the country, or when I was applying for my master's, I told myself that Debbie, you have to graduate well. And for me, what was well meant I had to come out with a distinction, right? Because for starters, the money that we paid, it wasn't cheap. That's number one. And then number two, it was a way of telling myself that, okay, you know what, whatever you put your mind to, you can actually do it. So those are like my two major reasons. And of course, like making my parents proud and then making everyone around me proud, right? So mind you, I did not just say, oh, I want a distinction, and I did not just relax and say, oh, distinction will come and meet me. No, I did put in the work. When we started classes, assignment, group work, I did like put in the work. Like I made sure that, okay, you know what, we have to do this thing well. So I put in my best for like all my assignments and everything. So when we're done with like courseworks, right, because we had had 3 semesters, right? So the first one and the second one, you have assessments. I did write 2 exams. I think I wrote 2 exams here. So when we're done with like those 2 semesters for exams and everything, when the final result came out, I was proud of myself. Looking at my results, I was close to getting a distinction because I'd gotten, I think, 68 or 67, one of them. So I was just like, oh my god, like I tried, like I put in the work to get distinction. So I was like, okay, my dissertation now also, because obviously is dissertation is like your project for undergrad. It carries a lot of weight. So obviously you need to put in the work, right? You need to do your best. So I put in my best. I mean, it gave me sleepless night. I cried a lot in my dissertation. I cried, like it was frustrating. Like, first of all, getting like the perfect topic was number 1. Number 2, having to like I used secondary data, so having to like get data that was worth it. It was also a lot. So when I'm stressed, when I'm not making any headway, how I shall basically deal with it is that I cry. So I cried a lot during my dissertation. Like it was just a lot for me basically. And yeah, I did all of that. So I'm just giving you guys backstory so you don't think that, oh, I just said it and I wasn't doing anything. That was not it. So long story cut short, I submitted my dissertation. To be honest, I wasn't so sure, right, when I submitted my dissertation. I was like, oh my god, like have I done my best? Because obviously like you're showing your supervisor and then you are going back and forth. She's correcting, I'm working on the corrections. I think at some point, like, I actually took time off work to focus on my dissertation. That's to show you how serious I was. And then everyone that knew me from first semester knew that, okay, Debbie wanted to come out with a distinction, because then I was always like, please, if people are not serious, let me know how to handle, do you get something? So people knew me as that babe that wanted to get a distinction and all of that. So, and then I went for my friend's graduation in November last year and she got a distinction. And I was just like, okay, my friend did it, I can do it. Like, I mean, my results now came, I was like, okay, we're actually on the right path. Like, that's good. Like, I was obviously happy. And then I submitted my dissertation, waited for results to come out. I can remember very well. I was on my way to work. I was with my friend. We went to get phone. And then I just saw on our group chat that, oh, result is out. And obviously, I'm excited, right? Oh, my result is out. I'm going to come out. I mean, my result is going to be great, basically. Like, it's going to be so good. And then I opened my portal, guys. And then I quickly went to like degree classification. That's where, because I know that I'm not going to fail regardless, right? I knew that, like, that was already established. I knew I wasn't going to fail. So my major focus was to go check what I came out with. And then I scrolled. I'm seeing pass. I'm like, I don't understand what's happening here. Like, how did I get a pass? And for a second, yeah, I can't explain the feeling, right? But I felt so bad. I felt so terrible. I was outside. I think I was this close to crying. Like my eyes, I was actually crying. But because my friend was with me and I just showed her my phone, like, oh, look at my results. And she was not trying to tell me, oh, sorry. Like, she was trying to like calm me down, basically. And in that moment, I don't know, but it was actually a lot for me. Like, I felt so disappointed in myself. I was just like, Debbie, I'm confused. How is it that you're coming out with a pass? Like, it's not making sense. Debbie, put it together. Oof, guys, sorry. But it was just like, okay. At that point here, I could not think. I was just like, okay, it's not possible. I don't know. I was just like, no, but Debbie, you put in the work. Like, your result was great from like the first 2 semesters. So what's happening? And then I saw my overall grade. I think I got, was it a 68 or 70? One of them. I think it was 68, 70. I'm not so sure. And then I had to go. I started searching, like, okay, how do they grade this thing? Because obviously I had done my research earlier before even saying I wanted a distinction. But I was like, okay, let me just double check to be sure that, okay, what I'm seeing is aligning with how they grade, right? And then I had checked and I'd seen that, okay, I had passed a certain average, whatever. So how am I getting a pass, right? And then I reached out to, my department lead or something. And I'm like, okay, this is what I have, and based on what you're saying, how you guys mark, is not aligning, and they were like, oh, if you get below a certain, I think if you get below 60 in your dissertation, you can't get, it has to be a pass basically. And I was just like, okay, now this is so bad, because I did not only come out with a pass. My dissertation, I didn't fail it, but I probably got a D or a C, because I think I got 50. I really cannot remember like the exact scores I got, right? But in that moment, I came back home. I cried, guys. I cried. Like I was too sad. Like I was so sad. I cried my eyes out. I was just like, God, like, why did you let this happen to me? I remember starting my master's. I was always saying that, oh, this master's, oh, I'm not the only one doing it though. It's me and you. Like, we are doing this master's together. Like, I was always saying that, even when there were times where I felt stagnant in my assessment, in my whatever, I'll just say, Father, what's happening? Like, we're doing this thing together. How am I stuck? And all of that. So I was just like, oh my God, this is bad. I didn't know how to tell my parents, right? I was just like, okay. Like, I lost motivation for a lot of things. Like, I was not interested in a lot of things, because I just could not bring myself to telling people that, oh, I did not come out with a distinction, right? That was number one. And aside that, like, I think I felt more disappointed in myself. Like, what's happening? Like, Debbie, how did you let this happen? Because for my undergrad, right, I came out with a 2-1. My master's, I came out with a pass. I'm like, girl, you just degraded, because how do you go from 2-1 to a pass? So it was just a lot of things like going through my mind. Okay, if I'm trying to apply for jobs, how is it going to be? And it was crazy. Like, it was so crazy for me. I was just like, God, like, at that point, I'm not going to lie, I never remember saying, Father, Lord, help me, because I was just so confused. Like, how did I get a pass? Like, how? Like, I did all I could do. Like, I tried my best. Like, I was serious with my master's. I wasn't one of those people that just relocated because they wanted to jackpot, right? I came for the knowledge. I came for to get something new. Basically, that's what I came. So I just, like, different thoughts were running through my mind. Oh my God, people are going to be disappointed in me. I'm disappointed in myself, guys. I remember telling my dad that, oh, my result was out. So I took a screenshot and I sent to him that, oh, Daddy, this is my result. And I wrote, I'm so sorry I disappointed you. The plan was to graduate with a distinction. I'm very sorry that I didn't come out with that. And then the old man is like, what do you mean by you're sorry? It's not disappointing us. So you graduated, okay, you graduated well, fine, you didn't meet your expectations or your set targets, but you graduated. Like, I was like, okay, it made me feel better, right? But still, there was just that, oh, I failed in myself. Like, I just felt like a failure at that point, right? So I was, guys, I was really disappointed in myself. I'm not even going to lie. Disappointment, it was plenty. Like, I was just like, okay. So fast forward, it was now time for, they now brought up graduation date. Mind you, people, let me tell you guys that before then I was like, my graduation, because I didn't attend my undergrad graduation, right? I like, this my graduation, or more, I'm going to go all out, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. But when I saw my results, like, all that was what was doing me, it had gone. Like, I was not feeling anything. Like, my parents were going to come for my grad. I was even like, is it even worth coming? Because I did not graduate well, so it's not worth paying money, booking flight, and coming here and spending more money. So I think I had shared how I felt with a few of my friends. I was like, you guys, in all honesty, right, this graduation, I'm not feeling the vibe, because I not started looking for a gown. Like, I was very uninterested in my graduation. Like, I was very uninterested. I was just like, this is not good. Because, do you know the funny thing here? Snapchat can be annoying sometimes, because I remember last year, right, I saw people when I was in school, but I wasn't the one graduating. I told myself that, okay, I have the caption for my Instagram, like, Mama, I made it with the distinction. Like, I was recording myself. I was telling myself that, okay, this is how I'm going to post. Like, when I saw those things, anytime I see those things, right, I feel so sad. Like, I start like being teary, because it still pains me. I'm not going to lie, guys, I'm still pained. But if there's one thing I know, is that I'm trying. It's not an overnight change, right? But I would say I'm better than how I felt when it happened that time, because that time when people just mention graduation, I'm just very scared, like, oh my god, they should not ask me what was your grade, because I'm just like, oh my god, I'm so scared. And then something happened. I had an interview one time, and then the guy is like, oh, what did you study? No, the guy was like, oh, I saw you study supply chain management. I'm like, oh yeah, I did. And he's like, oh my god, like, that's really nice that he's very sure I aced it, that he's very sure I came out with a distinction. At that point, I just started laughing, like, yeah, I did, I came out well, but I felt very somehow, basically. So that's just like the whole story of me having to talk about feeling disappointed, because I felt disappointed in myself, and I also felt like people were disappointed in me. So it was just a lot for me to handle, basically. But I was listening to a sermon from Stephen Furtick, I think that's his name, and then he's like, was it Stephen Furtick, or it was what's the name of this guy? I can't remember his name. There's one other guy. He's a black speaker. It's not TD James or TD. No, not him. I can't remember his name. Steve. Is it Steve Harry? I can't remember the guy. I'm sorry, I can't remember his name. And then he said something about when you're feeling disappointed, what do? You get over it. And it's easy, like, it's easy to say, oh, get over it, like, snap out of it, like, the deed has been done, like, get over it. But guys, from someone that still feels disappointed in herself a little bit, it's not easy, because like I said, I'm still disappointed in myself. It's not easy. But I'm going to just like reference a Bible passage, right? If you remember, when there was this crippled guy in the Bible, right? When he wanted to go see Jesus based on he was crippled, he was born that way, right? So his friends took him there, and of course he went there, and he saw the crowd was a lot, basically, like people were a lot there, like, cause and then obviously he's crippled, he cannot start. Everybody wanted healing also, right? But he could not even access the door, and then that's him feeling disappointed, like, oh, I came here for my healing, for my miracle, but guess what? I can't even see the person that wants to heal me. And then what did him and his friends do? They thought about something else. They had to access the room through the roof, because they were like, okay, you know what, I'm here, disappointment has happened, right? I might as well find a way to revoke disappointment, or basically like change it. And they entered through the roof, and you could tell that the man was healed at the end of the day, right? So my point is that a lot of times, yeah, things happen to us, we feel disappointed, we're like, oh my god, like, what do we do, blah blah blah. But guess what, that's not the end. Like, that's not the end of your life. Like, you feeling disappointed doesn't mar you. Like, it does not. Like, it could be a stepping stone depending on how you go about it. Imagine if I was still sulking about my results, right? I would not have had a good graduation outfit, and I'm vain. I would not have taken like good graduation pictures. I would not have seen my parents. I would not have been happy, because I know that after a while I was like, you know what, that's what it is. I was happy, like my parents came, I saw them, my graduation went well, I looked good, all of that. And imagine if I was still sulking out my results, I would not have been applying for a job, because that question that guy asked me also made me feel some kind of way. And then for a while, I kind of took a step back. I was just like, oh my god, like, what am I going to do when they bring up that question? But like, you know what, it is what it is, that's happened. I need to move on, right? I started applying for jobs. I've gotten a couple of interviews, right? And all of that. So my point is that, like, a lot of times we just need to like let it go and then just move on, because you can't keep sulking in disappointment. You're just going to be there, and before you know, you'll be dipping yourself more. You'll be dipping in more disappointment. So I'm not here to tell you 5 ways on how to get over feeling disappointed. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm just here to tell you my own story and how it is with me, where I'm currently at, and all of that. Hopefully you're able to pick 1 or 2 things. I'm not saying that, oh, I've obviously like, I'm now better, I'm whatever. No, there are times where I still feel sad, I still feel disappointed. Let me give an example, right? A while ago, I was like, oh my god, Debbie, you have put on so much weight. And then I was feeling so insecure about myself. Like, I would be like, Jesus Christ, look at your hand is big. Like, look at your cheeks, oh my god, too big. Like, I was just like fighting myself. Oh yeah, now if you're saying like you're too big, you might as well go to the gym or find a way to like reduce what you eat. But me, I was just there complaining, sulking that, oh, this, that. And guess what? Sulking company, it doesn't change a thing. Like, instead, yeah, I was stress eating, and then my waistline was increasing and increasing. But then I got to a point where I was like, you know what? I think I look good regardless. I just need to be healthy. Do you get? And then I would control myself on eating some certain things because, oh, I don't want to. Do you get? So I just feel like there's no point sulking in the disappointment. It's happened. It could be for job interviews, guys. I've been disappointed for that one a lot. I had this job interview, the first stage, and I was like, and they're going to get back to me the next week about the update. They got back to me and they're like, oh, you've been scheduled to move to the second stage of the interview. That's like the final stage, Bruh, tell me why it was time for the meeting. I joined. I'm like, why is nobody joining the meeting? And guess what? I went to check my mail and I saw a mail saying, oh, we're so sorry. You were not the candidate. It was a mistake, guys. I started crying. I was like, what do you mean? Like, because obviously you're telling me that I qualified already for the job. Obviously, my expectations have just been really high that, oh my God, I've gotten a new job. And then I'm now seeing another mail telling me that, oh, it was a mistake, that the mail was sent to you by mistake. Guys, I cried. I cried. So it could be from a third party, but just all you need to do is move on. Like, just move on. Like, get up. That's all I have to say. Like, don't stay there sulking. Don't stay there feeling bad for yourself. Oh, I wish I had done this. Or I wish I had done that. Well, you wish, but guess what? You can't go back and do that same. I can't go back and do my master's again in that same course. Do you get? All I can do is, okay, you know what? Next time, okay, where did I go wrong? How can I do better? Job interviews too. Okay, you said I'm not qualified. Okay, what area do you think I need to improve? Just those little things. Because really, if you're sulking, you won't even know. You just be there. You'll be feeling so unhappy. You'll be feeling very uninterested in a lot of things. And I'm telling you this because I've been there. Sometimes I'm there, but I'm happy that I'm growing and I'm trying to get over disappointment. Another example, Peter has been trying to catch I'm trying to fish for a very long time before he saw Jesus. Obviously, how can I leave my house and I'm going to get my daily bread and fish is entering my net? Do you get? It's very disappointing. But guess what? Jesus came and told him that, oh, follow me and I will make you fishers of men, all of that. Imagine Peter was still sulking that, oh no, I'm very sad. No fish has entered my net today. Nobody should talk to me, blah, blah, blah. But guess what? He listened. He decided to follow Jesus. And guess what? When he followed him, he came back. He caught a lot. Like, his net was filled with fishes. So my point is, get over your disappointment, because you staying there would do nothing. It would actually do nothing. So this video is supposed to be brief, short, and just straight to the point. So I just believe and I hope that you're able to pick one or two things that I have said. And if for nothing, just know that I've been there. I'm there. I've moved on and all of that. Just learn to get over disappointment. That's all I have to say. If you found this video helpful or if you found it interesting, please leave in the comment section times when you felt disappointed and how you're able to like move past it and all of that. I love you guys so much. See you all in my next video.